reselling. Good morning. This is Luna. Welcome to the chat. Good Monday morning. Good Friday morning. So opposite. So opposite. Good morning, friends. Welcome in. We are having a little coffee and we are talking about thrifting and reselling. And let me get going on my backup. I totally forgot to do that. Let me lower this volume. Let me get going. Good morning, everyone who's coming in. I'm Luna. This is Luna Thrifts Luxe Finds. We talk about how to elevate your style without spending a ton of money. So that's what we're doing this morning. All right, welcome in. And we are going to start tapping. Our goal is to get to 10,000 taps within the first 10 minutes. That helps to push us out into the For You page. So if you can go in and tap that screen, I so appreciate everyone who would be coming in. Just having a little coffee, friends. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. And we are working on grabbing that daily heart me. That's just a way to say hello to the host. Let them know that you are enjoying the live, that you're in here enjoying that live. So good morning, Sammy. Good morning. So go ahead and tap on that screen. Thank you, Eners. Good morning, friend. How are you? How are you doing? Having a little coffee. We're tapping up the screen, Eners, trying to get to that 10,000 likes within the first 10 minutes. So working hard at that. We've got my number one fan, Luna Loves to Shop, on the backup with the tapper, helping out. All is well. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that. It's Friday. It is Friday. We made it, friend. We made it. Yes. Any plans this weekend, Eners? Any fun plans? I'm just sipping on my coffee here. TikTok. I'm just sipping on my coffee. Any plans this weekend? I have some family who's coming, my husband's family, so I'm super excited. They're coming tonight. So I'll be spending the day cleaning the house, getting ready for them to visit. Let's see. Let's do this. There's something weird going on with, like, not at this time. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Sometimes it's good to have a weekend where you're just hanging out. I'm just looking at my phone. It's like it keeps going up and down, and I'm gonna stop tapping and see if that makes a difference. It's very weird. Yeah. It like, has this happened to you, Eners, where it just kind of keeps going up and down, even though there are no new comments? Thank you so much for the finger hearts, my friend, and for being the title gifter. I appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna get my tapper going again. Let's see if that'll make a difference. I don't know. Yeah, it's a little distracting. It keeps going up and down, but oh my gosh. So I have family visiting, Eners. Let me just move over so that you guys can see the board. And thank you for grabbing that daily heart me. Anyone who's coming in, we're tapping the screen. We have a goal of getting to 10,000 likes in the first 10 minutes. Let's see, how many minutes are we in? We're 4 minutes in, so we're a little behind on that goal, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna believe. Usually my tapper, oh, no worries if you don't have it. Or are you saying usually your tapper is what makes the funny kind of thing happen, where it just keeps going up and down? It's so weird. Good morning, everyone who's coming in. We're just warming up the room. I'm Luna. This is Luna Thrifts Luxe Finds. I talk about styling tips. I talk about thrifting. I talk about reselling, how you can elevate your style through thrifting, through secondhand shopping, not only thrifting, but consignment. is a great way to source clothes. I have a lot of other ways I source clothes. I love to purchase secondhand items on the Bay, on platforms like PM. I'm a reseller on those platforms as well. I go into consignment shops, all kinds of ways for you to do that. You know, it's interesting, so I've never had that happen. When I'm using the little helper, I've never had that happen. So today it's happening and I'm like, oh, so kind of a little weird. So, Enos, I'm so excited. I got a new phone. I got a new phone. Yes, I got an iPhone 17, which I'm using now. So now my 14 Pro is my backup. I had a 14 from my old job that I traded in for the 17. Yes, I'm super excited. The only problem is when I went yesterday with my brother to get the phone, um, something happened when they ported my phone number, and I have to go back to the service provider today to fix it. So I'm not able to make calls on the phone because I think they mixed. So I joined my brother's plan because he has a very good plan. He's been with a service provider for like 18 years and he was able to add me for a very affordable price. And somehow they ported his number on my phone and I think my number on his phone. So 2 hours on the phone with the provider last night, and we're just gonna have to go in store today. You know what? I have not. That's a great question. Have I used ThreadUp? So if anyone is new in the room here and doesn't know what ThreadUp is a service where you get a bag. I believe you might have to even purchase the bag. I've seen people talking about it here on TikTok, and it's now you can buy the bag on TikTok, I believe, for like $2.99, very affordable. And then you put your clothes in there and you send it to ThreadUp, and they let you know if they're going to purchase your clothes. I think the agreement is if they don't purchase it, maybe it gets donated. I'm not sure. I don't think they send it back. So tell me about your experience. Tell me, is that how it works? Yes, that's how it works. Okay. And did you buy the bag here on TikTok? I'm curious, or if you've done it like separately through their service. And thank you so much for the likes, guys. We're trying to get to 10,000 likes in the first 10 minutes. Let's see. We are 7 minutes in and we are at 2.9 thousand likes. Don't think we're going to get there today, but that's okay. That is okay. I got there on Monday. I got there Wednesday. I am happy. This is something new that I'm trying. So that's how it works. But no, you didn't get the bag through TikTok Shop. Okay. I have a reselling friend. Her name is Heidi on here. Oh gosh, and her handle is something like the Raven something. I can't remember, but Heidi, she's a thrifter and a reseller, and she also just recently tried ThreadUp. She gave, I think, a tip of like, or I may have seen another creator talk about, so when you prepare your clothes, like put at the bottom or make sure that you put at the top some of the more attractive brands that you think. Yes, I got them from TikTok. Oh, you did get them from TikTok. Okay, for $2.99. Was that the price? And was it just one bag? I'm curious to know. All right, let's do a time check again. We are at 9 minutes and we are at 3.8 thousand likes. I might take off this tapper because that is pretty annoying that it keeps doing that. So that's okay. That's okay. Yes. Okay. And did you tell me your results? E-Nurse, tell me your results. Did you hear back yet? I got 4 bags. 4 bags for $2.99. That's great. Good morning, Chris. Hi, LYIA brother. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. We are just warming up the room. Not yet. Okay. Good morning, Chris. Do you ever sleep, brother? Like you're on live at night? I see you sometimes. I have insomnia, so a lot of times I'm up quite a few times in the middle of the night, and I see you on there, always on the TikToks. Let's see. You've been making music. Ah, so you're busy. You're busy. I hear you. I hear you. That's awesome. So, Chris, are you a music producer? Is that what you do? Mhm. You will sleep. You'll sleep during the day, or you'll sleep when your music is done, right? That's funny. You know, Eners, it's still doing it. It's still doing this weird thing. So I'll put my tapper back on because if it's gonna keep doing it, might as well get the likes, right? No, I write lyrics and create the music composition. Ah, I see. I see. Musician, I see. Oh, that's cool, Chris. That's cool. I love that you're, well, I think a lot of creatives are up all night and sleep all day. And that's the time I use AI to generate the music. Ah, so cool. I've seen a lot of people doing that. Like, so I'm part of the reselling community. That's my niche, Chris. In here in the TikTok universe, I am a thrifter, I'm a reseller, I'm a stylist, but I say I'm an eco-friendly stylist because I style using secondhand items from the thrift store, from consignment. I also purchase on the Bay and the PM. I can't say those names, but you know what I'm talking about. And so eNurse was asking me, so eNurse is our LYIA colleague as well, was asking if I've ever used ThreadUp. And ThreadUp is a service where they send you a bag, you sell, and they give you money for it, or and you can just like mail it in. So I think it's pretty easy. So she said she bought some bags here on the TikTok shop, which I think is pretty cool that they're offering that, but she hasn't gotten um an offer back from them, so she's waiting to see. And I think that's a great idea. I think it's a great idea to try that. So we're having a little coffee. Chris, I go live Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I see people going to Paris for vintage wear. That's gorgeous. Yes, yes, absolutely. But you know what, Chris? I am a believer in I love luxury. I do love LV. I love the G, rhymes with Poochie, starts with a G. I love those brands. But I am not in the financial position to buy those brand new. So I discovered those on the secondhand market. And one of my favorite places to buy those items is right here on TikTok. There are a couple of women that are these sisters. Their names are Tequila and Tarsha, and they own Belle Ivy Closet. That's the name of the shop on TikTok. Yes, and it comes with a certificate of authenticity. So all of my secondhand bags that I've purchased that are luxury bags have been from those two sisters. I trust them. They have sourced really beautiful items for me. I've also purchased on the Bay. And I'm not sure if you've heard of people talk about Japanese, the Bay. And that's basically because in Japan, they have such strict laws around authenticity. Oh, you haven't heard of that? Okay, so you might have heard. Well, I'm letting you know. People say Japanese eBay, um, but what it means is you just change the country of origin that you want to purchase from. So you're specifically searching to purchase from shops in Japan because Japan has such strict laws around selling authentic bags. They do not they don't mess around when it comes to that. They want it to be authentic. So a lot of people um, discovered that and started buying luxury items from Japanese Bay, those Japanese Bay stores. And you can get really affordable items. I've got a flash goal. So let's see. Dr. Lisa says we need to do the flash goal. We need to do the flash goal. So, all right, let's see. 3 roses. Not too hard, guys. 3 roses if you can. I appreciate you and your support, my friends. Thank you so much. Thank you, Eners. I appreciate it. Thank you, Chris. You guys are the best. Oh, and you know what? I'm just going to have my little #1 fan here. Yay, we achieved it, guys. My #1 fan, Luna loves to shop. Oh, how funny. She has the same name as me. All right, we're going to keep on tapping away, friends. Thank you so much for helping me achieve that goal. Thank you so much. So yes, check it out, Chris, if you are into luxury items. And thank you for the extra roses. I appreciate you guys so much. If you are into luxury items, yes. Oh, get some rest. Yes, yes. Have a good night or a good day, Chris. Get some good rest. But Japanese Bay. Oh, you just like looking. Yes, yes. Okay. You never know. So I bought my husband his first luxury item from the Sisters at Belle Ivy Closet, which was a Pucci crossbody bag for men. And so he was super surprised, and I think he loves it. I think he loves it. He hasn't worn it yet. He says he wants to save it for when we go to like Paris or something like that. Like, I've been to Europe. I went to Europe 2 years ago with my mom and my daughter, and we had an amazing time. At the time, he was afraid of flying that long and flying overseas. He kind of just didn't want to do it. But then I came back and I talked so highly of my experience. I went to Italy, I went to Switzerland and France. And so now he's like, okay, maybe I'll go, you know. And I know it's hard, especially I think for guys. He's a big guy, and you know, like for him to be on a plane for 9 hours in economy seats, because you know we ain't getting no. We won't be in those first class seats lounging. No, I don't have thousands of dollars to spend like that. But so that's what we're gonna. So you know, he says one day when we go to Italy, because that's I think where he wants to go. It is a trip. It is a trip. So interesting to hear you say though, Chris, that people go to Paris to purchase those luxury items. Cruise. Yes, I've been on a cruise. I've only been on one cruise. So for my 50th birthday, or the year of my 50th, because I'm an October baby, but we went in January. And January is when the prices are like super cheap. And we went to Cozumel. We had an amazing time. It was very nice. But to be honest, I don't know, because my husband and I, a lot of times I hear people talk about cruises, and the #1 thing they get excited about. Oh, some comments in the live were filtered. So Chris and Eners, I don't know if you guys are commenting. Something was filtered and I can't see what was filtered. So just letting you know. But a lot of times people get excited about the food, and that's like the first thing they talk about. And my husband and I are like, oh, we don't, you know, like I'm not a big fan. Have an amazing Friday. Yes, Eners, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for helping me reach my flash goal, for the Daily Heart Me, for the gifts. I appreciate you, friend. Have an amazing Friday. So just chatting away, guys. I'm not a fan of buffet. I don't like buffet too much. I named the woman on the platform who shops. Okay. That's what it was. DM me, friend. DM me so that I can follow. Good morning, Thrifty by Sunflower. How are you? Welcome in. Yeah, DM me because I'm curious to know. Um, Thrifty, we're just talking about cruising. Just my friend Chris Tompkins and I, he is in California. He's up super late or up super early. Not sure which one. I think late. Late, but we're just chatting about luxury items, secondhand luxury items. And he's saying that he hears that a lot of people travel to Paris to purchase. Now I want coffee too. Oh yes, and this is a amaretto flavored coffee that I bought. So we have a grocery chain here on the East Coast called Wegmans, and it is chef's kiss. It is like amazing. Wegmans is amazing. If anybody's ever heard of it, it is, oh my gosh. And I live in the hometown of where that supermarket chain started. So I get to go to the flagship store if I'm ever in that part of town. You've heard of it. Yes, yes. They're often like voted like number one, grocery chain or great place to work. And they're very well known. So but they're mostly East Coast. I believe they're all East Coast. They've grown a lot, and they're pretty impressive because they're a private company. And yeah, so yes. So this is a amaretto flavored coffee from Workman's. You're from the East Coast. Where are you from, Chris? Tell us. Well, it makes sense that you moved out to the West Coast to, make your music. So friends, we're talking about, purchasing secondhand, whether you're traveling to Paris or you're just doing it on the Bay. And that's where I source my clothes. So for those who don't know, I got laid off from my corporate job after 10 years. I got laid off in January, which is okay. It's okay. I mean, I think I was ready. I was ready to not be there anymore. So I'm trying my hand at this. I'm trying to be open to non-traditional ways of making money. A New Yorker, born in Pittsburgh, living in Long Beach by way of Southwest Florida. Oh my gosh. Cool. So I'm a New Yorker as well. I still live in New York, but I originally am from Brooklyn, and then I now live in way upstate New York. I live close to the Canadian border. So love it up here. Aw, yes, Brooklyn. I lived in a very not so great area of Brooklyn, though. You hear people talk about all the nice Williamsburg, but when I grew up, Williamsburg was not like it is today. It's totally gentrified, but yeah. So I find that, I was gonna say, so since I got laid off, I'm trying to be open to non-traditional ways of making money. And TikTok, I think, is got lots of runway for that. You see people on here talk all the time about how successful they are. So I am like trying my hand at this too, my friends. And one of the things that I'm doing, if you're interested, you can click on the orange arrow in the lower left-hand corner and ask me more about some of the styling services. Oh, thank you so much, Chris. You're so sweet. The styling services. And I am so glad that you are in here. I'm from Long Island, lived in Brooklyn, but living in Southeast Florida since 1985. Thrifty by Sunflower. My best friend lives in Long Island. She lives in Northport. She works for the VA hospital out there. But where did you live in Brooklyn? I want to know, what part of Brooklyn did you live in? And Thrifty, I'm in my 50s. I'm 51. So I went to high school in Jamaica, Queens. I went to Bensonhurst and Flatbush. Yes. So I'm from East New York, East New York, which was ooh, rough neighborhood, close to Howard Beach, very close to Howard Beach. If you're familiar. Yeah. Um, so what was I saying? I think I was just talking about, let's see, kind of still is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's I worked for a company called L Rose Hardware in East New York. You know East New York? I don't know El Rose Hardware. So when I lived in Brooklyn, I went to school in Queens, high school in Queens. I went to college in Manhattan. I went to Hunter College, and I always worked in the city. I used to work for JP Morgan. I worked for Amalgamated Bank in Union Square. Those were the places mostly that I worked. I did a lot of like admin work. They filmed Death Wish there. Yes, yes. I was there as a kid. I remember seeing Charles Bronson. I was like, oh my God. I love those movies. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah. It's pretty funny that they did film it there. And I was there when they were filming. I saw Charles Bronson. I was like, oh my God. You were working there? Oh my God. That's so crazy. So you and I must be close in age. Well, no, if you were working, you're a bit older because I was a kid. I was a kid when they were filming there. And I remember how excited we all were. I can't believe it. It's so hard to like meet people that know East New York. I'm 66. Okay, I'm 51. I'm 51. So when you were working for this company, were you working on the film? Or were you working in the neighborhood when they filmed it? No, you weren't working on the film, just working in the neighborhood. Where was El Rose? Was it like on Atlantic? I was a receptionist. Oh, okay. Was it like off of Atlantic Avenue? Like, I just want to know, um, like where this company was located. I'm curious. And thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. We have a very quiet room today. Chris, are you still here? Let's see, Chris, are you still here? Yeah, you are. Chris, I don't remember, but they're a hardware supplier. Okay. Okay. So before you go, Chris, before you go to sleep, do you believe in manifestation? So I often do these, like I pull manifestation cards. Um, I don't have them in I don't have my shop open, but I like to pull those. And then I have these disappointing affirmations, which are like hilarious. Do you want me to pull a card for you before you go to bed? Because I could do that. I just like to, it's just like a nice little filler while we're chatting here. And the deck is really small now because I have repeaters, people that come in and ask me to pull for them almost every day. So I try to set those cards aside and then I bring them back into the deck. Okay, good. Yes, let's go for it. Thank you for being up for it. And then Thrifty, I can do one for you too. Okay, so I'm going to set the intention that this card is going to speak to you, Chris. Okay. Ooh, I like this. All right, let me just mirror my screen before I show you so that if you want to grab a screen grab of it, my name is spoken of amongst the most successful people. My name is spoken of amongst the most successful people. And I'll just like set my little face to the side here so that you can grab a screen grab of that. And the way I use these cards, oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad it spoke to you, Chris. The way I use these cards is I usually pull one out. I hate when I mirror the screen. And then I'll pull a disappointing one for you too. Oh gosh. When I mirror the screen, it's so weird. I usually pull one card a week and I like meditate on it and I put it in my planner or I put it in my wallet so that when every time I open my wallet, every time I open my planner, I see it right there. But I have to share that a few weeks ago, I did pull a card that I think I'm going to make my card for the year. And it said, Universe, show me how it can be better, or something like universe, show me how it gets better. And I think that's just going to be my mantra for the year. I'm just going to believe that it is going to be better, that I'm not going to have any regrets about being laid off and all the things. Oh, my cat wants to come up. Okay, hold on, Chris. Let me pull your disappointing affirmation, and then Thrifty, I'm going to pull for you too, my friend. So Chris, I have two communities that have come together on my lives. My LYIA community, of course. Oh, I can't do this. I don't even know how. The mirroring screws this up so much for me. And then I have my reselling community, which is where Thrifty by Sunflower is from. So I love it. I love it because you guys have converged. Okay. All right. I'm going to pull a disappointing affirmation, but now remember, they're supposed to be funny. So it's supposed to be for fun. But if it's too mean, I won't read it because I don't like when they're mean. Okay. This one's funny and it's not too mean, but okay, Chris, you matter, just not that much. I don't think you want to grab a screen grab of that. You matter, just not that much. I believe that to be true for everybody. I believe that to be true. We all matter, just not that much, right? So I know Thrifty. They're funny. They're funny. All right, Thrifty. I'm gonna pull a positive affirmation. Laugh out loud. My ex-wife might agree. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna grab a positive affirmation for Thrifty, and then I'll do a disappointing one for Grins and Giggles. Okay. Ooh, Thrifty, I like this one. I want this one too. I am in alignment with the frequency of generational wealth. I am in alignment with the frequency of generational wealth. So I'll hide my face here, and if you can grab that screen grab so that you can meditate on it, it would be awesome. I hope you had that, Thrifty. Okay, let's do something fun. Yes, it is that was a nice one. All right, Thrifty, I'm gonna get you a disappointing affirmation. And you see that this deck is much larger than the positive one, because a lot of times people say, no, I'll skip the disappointing one. And I'm like, okay, we got our sensitive folks in the room that don't want the disappointing one, but I just think they're so funny. I picked these up in Ithaca, New York. My daughter goes to college in Ithaca, and I picked it up in a little shop, and then I saw that they had them on TikTok Shop. So I have them in my showcase if you guys have any interest in picking these up. When I got them, I remember I was really like kind of pushing them for people to get them as stocking stuffers, because I thought like for the holidays that they would be fun gifts. So, all right, let's see. Disappointing affirmation for Thrifty. This one's great. This one's great. Okay. No one is coming to save you. You are the adult. I'm so sorry. Ain't that the truth? Sometimes adulting is hard. Not sometimes, a lot of times adulting is hard, right, friends? Oh, God. So I hope you enjoyed that, friends. I hope you enjoyed that. But they're fun. Like, and the other reason I picked up the Miracle Mantras, which are these cards, is because sometimes I just need a little inspiration. I need like a prompt of something to, like, you know, let me just turn off this mirroring because it's like throwing me off. I just needed like a prompt to like get me going, of something positive to think about for the week. That was fun. Oh, I'm so glad you like that. It is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I like doing that, and it's like something that I usually use to like end my lives. But since you guys have, I know, Chris, I don't think you've been in my morning chats because it's super early for you. And then Thrifty, I don't know. I get it. Thank you. Yeah. Thrifty, I don't know if you've been in my lives before. I don't think so. I know that we know each other from the reselling group, but I don't think you've been in the live. So, All right, friends, follow me while I go warm up my coffee. So my husband doesn't go to work till like 9:30, and I'm a morning person and he's an evening person, and like he's a night owl, I should say. Oh, great. Thank you for joining, Thrifty. I appreciate you. Do you join the Resellers After Dark lives, or do you join Heidi's Friday lives? I think her lives are so good. Yes, and thank you for liking and commenting on my posts. Aw, of course, Thrifty, of course. I think it's so much fun that we do that. You will tonight. Oh, okay. So you're gonna be on the Thrifters After Dark. I think that's so funny. That's so funny that they do that. Yeah, so do you ever want to go live, Thrifty? Like, I've been going live since June, since last June, June 3rd to be exact, is my anniversary date. I'm just having some coffee, TikTok. So wondering if, are you joining the live tonight? Like, are you going to go up in one of the little panel boxes? I'm curious to know. I have on my real estate page. Oh, great. Thrifty, you have to, do you have a LINK to that? Or maybe DM me and I'll follow you on that too. No, but I would. Oh, okay. So you're not shy about going live. Okay, cool. Yeah. You know what's so amazing? So I had a friend visiting last week, a friend from college, and I've been trying to push him to go live, and he was so nervous. And I was like, oh, this is easy. And he was cooking. So I said, let's go live. Okay, thank you. I will share. Yeah, perfect. I was like, come on, let's go live. And he was just like, what do you mean, let's go live? I said, you're cooking. This is good content. Let's just go live. He was so nervous and like literally sweating. He was so nervous. And I was like, this is nothing. It's nothing to go live. But I remember feeling that way. I remember being so nervous to go live. And now I just turn on the camera. I'm like, whatever, because, you know, I I feel like I have nothing to hide. It's like, like this is me. This is me. And sometimes, yes, I get trolls. Sometimes, usually the trolls come in and they tell me that I'm old. They're like, oh, another old lady on here trying to get attention. And I'm like, I am old. I'm freaking 51. Look at this like gray hair. I am old, and it's okay because we all have a space. We all can be on here, right? So I just laugh. I laugh at it. And as long as the trolls aren't like saying anything super inappropriate, I'm like, hang out, hang out. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll learn a styling tip or something. So speaking of Thrifty, I was inspired by people like Laura Triple R in our group. I'm starting a styling bundle business. So I'm doing an eco-friendly styling bundle where I will put together some thrifted items and I'm sending it out to people. So if you're interested in knowing about my styling bundle, there's the orange Service Plus button. So TikTok is being super, super strict about putting LINKs in our profiles. They're not really letting us do that anymore. They're suppressing lives. They're doing ours. If you have a LINK in your profile. Yeah, so because they're really trying to keep people on this platform, they don't want you sending people off of the platform. They don't want you sharing LINKs. Yeah, yeah. So what they're really pushing is Service Plus, which is that orange arrow in the lower left-hand corner. So what I'm doing is, people will like reach out to me, say that they're interested, and then I send them the LINK to my STAN. So that's what I've been doing. And so I got laid off in January. So I'm starting this styling bundle business, just trying to see what I can do, make a go of it, trying to explore other platforms like the YT, exploring the Book of Faces, all those kinds of platforms to just see, what is it there a possibility to monetize? I monetize very small on TikTok, but there's opportunity. I get so inspired by so many of the creators that are on here that just, have such huge followings. I get super excited and I say, there's enough for everybody. Maybe that'll be me one day, right? Oh, I love it. I love it. So yeah, so let's see. We are hanging out here, Thrifty. And if you've got to go, let me know. But we've got 74 views. We've got 0 new followers. That's okay. And we've got 3 gifters. And I've been on for 40 minutes. My goal, we sell on, yes. Yes, I do. The WN. Yeah, awesome. Awesome, Thrifty. I love that. I saw Laura do her first show the other day on the WN. I was super excited for her. And I think about doing that too. So I have a friend on the WN app who lives not too far away, like about an hour from here, and we've talked about getting together and her having her, my daughter and I. Oh, I love it. I love that. You should, especially with bundles. Yeah. Yeah. I think I might try. That. I've heard that the shipping is a little confusing, but I feel lucky that I have friends that do it and are willing to help me out when it comes to that. Yeah, I think that that's cool. I know there's so many ways, so many opportunities, right? And I've been using the WN. My daughter is good at the shipping. Oh, I love that. Are you the talent and she's the producer? I just want to know, like, are you the person who's on camera as you're selling your stuff, or both of you on camera? Ooh, yeah. So I purchase a lot of jewelry. All my jewelry is from the WN app. So this, not my earrings, and not this bracelet. I picked this up in Mexico, actually. This is sterling silver. She is more on camera. I gotcha. I purchased jewelry and secondhand purses from the WN app. I think I purchased like perfume, but not like perfume like the oils. I purchased from someone on there the oils. Um, I'm trying to think what else. And then recently, I made my first clothing purchase from Laura to support her. We are not getting the views, but we are trying. Oh, well, Thrifty, you know that our reselling community will come out. Have you, I can't remember if you've been promoting it amongst the reselling group, because we really came out for Laura. I think there were like 12 of us in there. Oh, good. I think, yeah, great supporters, right? Great supporters and so willing to share their knowledge and information. Oh, good, Thrifty. I'm so happy. I have to find you. Are you the same name on WN? Because I'll find you and bookmark some of your shows. And I so appreciate you just hanging out here with me while I'm just having my coffee. Yeah. So Thrifty, I'm just gonna ask you, what state are you in? You said you're in Florida, right? The one day came out and yes, same name. Okay. And you said you're in Florida. Are you getting do you have your wardrobe ready for spring, summer, or is it basically the same wardrobe all year long? I ask because one of the things that I have in my My STAN is a capsule wardrobe like lookbook. And a lot of times I hear people, and it's for spring, summer, and I hear people say, you know, I have all this clothes, but I don't have anything that goes together. So I created a capsule wardrobe lookbook. I have got rid of lots of weight. Woo, congratulations. Are you rebuilding with the thrift store? I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. That's another thing. I have a freebie. I'm offering a free ebook. I created an ebook called The Thrift Store Survival Guide because, as you know, going to the thrift can be overwhelming. And so that's the other thing I hear a lot of people say, I just don't even know where to start. I walk into the thrift store and I'm completely overwhelmed. So it's 5 tips plus some bonus tips on how to prevent overwhelm in the thrift store. And so that's like a free ebook that I also have. So if you're interested in the free ebook, even though I know you're a reseller, so you know how to work that thrift store, but I have it's really more about clothes. It's really more about clothes more than anything. But it was so much fun to create that, you know, to be able to share tips and tricks. I just love to share our knowledge, right? Love thrifting. I'm learning hot brands. Yes, yes. Oh, thank you, Thrifty, for doing that, for just clicking on the Service Plus. I'll make sure to send you information so you could grab that freebie. But yes, the hot brands. I know. You know what though, Thrifty? Like, I just think that it really all depends. It depends on like what you can source in the area where you live. Because I never, like, I know Mother jeans are supposed to be like a hot brand to thrift, and I can never find Mother jeans, never in my stores. And the 2 main stores here are Goodwill and Savers. My family was in the garment industry, so I know quality. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. I am learning so much about that. And in just my short time of doing this, I have learned, and friends always say that, they're like, how do you find these items? And I'm like, you can't be afraid to touch the items. I said, because you'll learn really quickly like what's good quality just from touching an item and looking at it. Yeah, I just purchased Mother jeans for myself on WN and I love them. Yeah, so I'm sure you got them for a great price. That's such a great option. Like I don't, again, I'm looking for reselling, and I would say 60, probably now 70% of my wardrobe is thrifted. Like this shirt is thrifted, not this sweater, but all my jewelry is always secondhand. I'm not into names, just quality. Yes, I love that. I love that. So I'm curious to know more. When you say your family was in the garment industry, what that was, where did they work? Was it in Bensonhurst? Was it in Long Island? I'm just curious. And did they have like a factory? So where I am, the quality factory that's here like is Hickey Freeman. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but Hickey Freeman is a huge like quality menswear here I'm in upstate New York. So not sure if you're familiar with that name, but beautiful suits, just beautiful suits. Started in Brooklyn, moved to Long Island. They had a factory for 50 years. Wow. Was it women's clothes? Was it men's clothes? Was it like all kinds of things? Closed in the 80s. Yeah, my mom was a factory worker. Oh my gosh. I have like memories of her. You know, we came from humble beginnings, women's, obviously, because we lived in East New York, right? So Taking on extra work, and she would like I'd be sleeping in my bedroom, and the sewing machine was in my bedroom, and she would do what they called piecework, and she would do extra sewing, just to make extra money like at night. And I just remember, like, I could distinctly remember the smell of the oil from the sewing machine. Isn't that funny? Like, I can just like picture it right now, um like low light, so that I could sleep, but she was just like sewing away just to make that extra money. I remember that. So funny, right? The memories. And like, you know what I've been looking for at like garage sales? Do you remember? Yup, I would deliver bundles to piece workers. Yes, yes. Tiffany, do you remember those sewing machine oil cans? Like it was the oil, and then it had like a little spout, and you would have to like press the bottom to oil the sewing machine. I know that smell. Yes, I could even smell the fabric. I even smell the fabric. You just had one? You just literally had one of those oil? I've been looking for one of those at a garage sale or an antique store forever, because it just, and my mom is still alive. I want you to know my mom is still alive, but I have those memories of that, and I wanted one of those oiling cans. My customer, I was selling her house, she had one. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. I just like, it brings back so many memories. It brings back so many memories. So for years I've been looking for one of those, and I've never been able to find one. That's so funny. Well, Thrifty, if you ever find one, let me know and I will buy it off of you, because I've been wanting one of those forever. All right. We've been on fifth. I was explaining to my daughter. I will. You're so sweet. Explaining that to you. So like it was just a different time, right? It was just a different time back then. Oh, I think about it. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Yes, yes. Oh, I love this birthday. You've given me such a nice little moment to think back to my childhood. Thank you for that. Let me give you a cheer. I love that you know East New York, that you are from Brooklyn, Long Island. Like, that's amazing. That's amazing. I love it. Yeah. So fun, so fun. Yeah. And I'm always so proud of my mom, because she worked in a factory for many years, and then she started working at a nursing home, and then worked her way up to being like a director of a senior citizen center in downtown Brooklyn. So she used to work in downtown Brooklyn. It was called Wyckoff Senior Citizen Center. It was mostly Hispanic little seniors, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. But she worked factories for a long time. Like she came to this country when she was 16 years old, and then she worked in a factory that was like 2 blocks away from the house that we lived in Brooklyn. And I remember all of her most of her coworkers were little old Italian women, and they would speak to her in Italian and she would speak to them in Spanish, and they understood each other. Good morning, Coach Rhonda. Thank you for your daily heart, me friend. Today, Coach Rhonda, we did not make the 10K in the first 10 minutes, but that's okay. That's okay. We are having a great time. I'm here talking to my friend Thrifty by Sunflower. My dad sadly passed in 1969, and my mom ran the factory. Wow, she was before her time. Wow. That is amazing. She ran the factory. Oh, I love it. I love it. Wow, Coach Rhonda, we're Thrifty. She is familiar with the area that I'm from. She's also from Brooklyn. She lived in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. I forgot the other area of Brooklyn that you mentioned, Long Island. And now, thank you so much for being the title gifter of the finger hearts. I appreciate you, friend. I appreciate you. I'm doing a little snap, a little snap. And so we're reminiscing about her mom used to own a factory. And we're reminiscing about my mom used to be a seamstress. She used to work in fact, not a seamstress, like just a, what, I don't even know what you would call it. Oh, Coach Rhonda, you just became the title gifter for 20 times. Let's celebrate you. Thank you, Coach Rhonda. Good morning, friend, and cheers. Yeah, and so we were reminiscing about my mom would take on what they call piecework, which is like literally they got paid for every piece that they were able to finish. I believe that's the origin behind the name piecework. And so she would take on extra work at night. So after working all day in the factory, she would take on extra work at night. And the sewing machine was in my bedroom. And like I would be sleeping and she would be sewing away late at night and with her little lamp. And then we were reminiscing about like the smells. I could smell the fabric. I could smell the oil from the sewing machine. Like it was just, it's like this conversation with Thrifty is bringing on so many memories. Gotta go walk my dog and get ready for the day. Nice chatting. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. You too, Thrifty. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you for the walk down memory lane too. That was awesome. Aw. It was so good connecting Coach Rhonda with my thrifting community, my LYIA girlies. And and Chris Tompkins was here. So not only girlies, my colleagues, my LYIA colleagues. I can't, yeah. Chris was working late. He was up late working on his music. So he popped in and we had some talk about secondhand market in Paris. So that was pretty interesting. And we have been on, Coach Rhonda, for 56 minutes. We have a total view of 99 views, 0 new followers. That's okay. And 4 gifters. And that is okay because I woke up this morning not wanting to jump on, but then I was like, Luna, you've got to be consistent. You promised yourself to be consistent. And so also, I see that there have been some messages in the content creation accountability group, and I haven't been able to read through all those messages, but I am going to do that today. So, but it's Friday. Aw, yeah, I'm glad I did it too. Coach Rhonda. And I have a few things that I have to do today, it's Friday, so I'm so happy, but I got a new phone. I'm so excited about that. I got a new phone. However, the carrier, so I had a phone through my job. So when I left my job, I had to have like an emergency carrier. Dee Dee, yes! Thank you for being here, friend. Thank you for being here. We have talked about thrifting and reselling, but now we're talking quickly about me having to switch to a new carrier. I got, thank you so much for the daily heart, me friend. I got a new phone and I joined my brother's carrier and his plan because it was going to be at a thank you, Dee Dee. It was going to be at a much lower price. And so they screwed up. They, like, for some reason, they ported his phone number on my new phone and my phone number, my old number on his phone. It's a mess. I got a new phone and carrier. Oh my gosh. It must be the time. It must be the time of year. They're like having some sales and stuff. Yes. I love that upside down. Yeah, totally. They, whatever. And you know what's so amazing? I really couldn't, like I know he was on the phone last night with the carrier for 2 hours trying to straighten this out. And I was fast asleep. Didn't bother me at all. I just turned off my phone. I was like, whatever, it'll get resolved when it gets resolved, you know? So that's the peace of not being in this corporate life. That is the peace that I feel, that I am not even like worried about it. He called my husband. He called my husband's phone because he couldn't call me. I went through this switch in December with the new phone and carrier. Yeah. So I don't know. Well, after I get off this live, I know he's working today, so maybe he and I can go and figure it out at the end of his workday. But I don't even know how to get in touch with him because I can't even call him. So we'll see. We'll see what we're gonna do, but he'll probably just show up. It will get worked out. I'm telling you, this is like incredible because I would have probably been so stressed out about it. The only thing is that my daughter, like that's the only thing that bothers me, is knowing that if my daughter was trying to call me, she wouldn't be able to get a hold of me, but she'll call her dad. I know. Total peace. I'm just like, guys, do you want me to pull your miracle mantra and disappointing affirmation? Since you guys are here, Dee, I do this. I pull manifestation cards for anyone who wants like a little pick me up on their Friday. And also I do the disappointing affirmations for grins and giggles. Yes, miracle mantra. Okay, I'll do a miracle mantra. Okay. Ah, I like this. I am in alignment with the frequency of luxury. I am in alignment with the frequency of luxury. And let me, I can mirror my screen, but the board makes it there. You got it, Coach Rhonda? Yes, I am in alignment with the frequency of luxury. Dee, I'm going to pull a card for you next, okay? And anybody else who's in the room, if you want me to pull a card, just let me know. All right, Dee. Let's see. I don't search for love. Love searches for me. Ooh, Dee. I don't search for love. Love searches for me. I hope this speaks to you, friend. Ooh, nice. Okay. And do you want, I know Coach Rhonda's not into the disappointing ones, but do you want a disappointing for grins and giggles? I can pull one of those. Sometimes they're mean. That's why I don't, I try to censor them if they're mean. I'll pull one for you. No, that one doesn't make sense. This is kind of funny. Ask the universe for guidance, then just go and do whatever stupid you were going to do anyway. These are so funny. I just love them. They crack me up. And then I set them aside because I try not to repeat. Yeah, they're fun. I try not to repeat for my regulars that come in. So Coach Rhonda, my Service Plus, let me turn off this, the mirroring. The mirroring is so hard when you have a board up too. It's so weird. This is kind of what we do. Yeah. I know, it's so true. So in my Service Plus, guys, I'm offering a freebie. I haven't had a chance to talk about that, but Dee, I'm offering, and not that you need the help, girl, because you are an expert, but for those that are hoping to just get a little bit more experience at the thrift store, I created a survival guide, a thrift store survival guide that's a freebie. And so if you click on the Service Plus button and reach out, so that's the orange button with the little arrow in the lower left hand corner, just reach out through that and I will send you the information for you to get a copy of my free ebook, which is the Thrift Store Survival Guide. Yeah, Dee Dee, yeah. I've got like 5 tips and some bonus tips on like just how to prevent overwhelm at the thrift store. You know how it is. Especially for people who are not used to thrifting or shopping consignment or anything like that. It can be overwhelming. So I have just some tips on how not to feel overwhelmed. And in that STAN, I'm soft launching my my style bundling business. So I am offering to be a personal stylist, to be a personal shopper. If you want me to go out and find those great thrift items, I can do that for you. So you got information in there on how you could get more. And I also created a couple of lookbooks. There's a spring summer capsule wardrobe lookbook, so how to build a capsule wardrobe for the spring and summer. And then I created a 50 and fabulous birthday celebration lookbook. So it doesn't have to be, of course, for your 50th. It could be for any birthday, but I think it's geared more towards like a mature woman, someone who's over 50 or maybe in their 40s, and like how to just, if you have no idea like how you're going to dress or celebrate your 50th and more, I just put like 3 looks together, and they're very affordable. They're like $2.99. So that's what I did. I'm just trying to like, get this little business going, and we'll see how it goes. And I'm really looking into breaking into more platforms like the Book of Faces, doing more stuff with platforms like the IG, like the YT. So yeah, so I'm happy to share that with you guys. All right, friends, it's been 1 hour and 6 minutes. My goal is to go live 1 hour 4 times a week. I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm now going to do a pop-up on Sunday. So you can catch me on Sunday, but I'll just share something out on Sunday, through my stories. But thank you so much, friends, for being here. I hope everyone has a beautiful Friday. Before I log off, make sure you claim your points from any daily heart me's or any gifts that you may have given me, which I appreciate so much, my friends. And have a beautiful Friday. I will see you all in these TikTok streets. Yes, Coach Rhonda, have a wonderful day. Oh, thank you, King. Thank you. I appreciate you. I was just getting ready to come off, but I am live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays. I do pop-ups. I go on at 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. So you can follow me if you want to, King. Thank you so much. Everyone, have a wonderful day.